Well, I haven't gotten up there yet, but I knew I had some of these. See, these are the staples. These happen to be 1/2 inch, and that's what they look like. Okay, and so when I staple it down, the trick is you just want to staple it snug. You don't want to nail it too hard, or you could crimp or kink one of these wires. Okay, so is there a right and wrong way to even attach staples? Yes. And the funny thing is they have 2 different lengths of these staples and widths and all kinds of stuff. And you're supposed to read on it. This one is good for 14-2, 12-2, 10-2. But and some of them may say, hey, if you want to stack 2 wires on top of each other, if you're doing a house or something like that, I'm not, so 1 is fine. If you do 2 on top of each other, you might have to use the 5/8 long ones instead of the 1/2 inch. Even though the 1/2 inch will still work, it's not pushing down as far. And I don't know if an inspector would catch you on that and make you take out the staples for something like that if you used 1/2 inch for 2 layers, especially like around electrical outlet junction boxes or switch boxes. You know, when you have the wires coming out, sometimes you have 2 sets of 2 cables, 3 cables even. And in this case, there's 3 cables up in there. So if they ran all 3 in one go, I would run 2 under one staple and then another run just a single wire. I wouldn't stack 3 on top of each other. But hey, some people have done. I've seen somebody do that before, but I wouldn't generally do more than 2. And you know, there's just different ways to do it. Okay, so now I go up there with that with my my electrical cutters. I'm just going to take my cutters like that. Okay, and I could even on the first end of the wire, I could mark like say a foot, just so I know how far to stick it out of the top of that box into the box, so I don't have to guess. I could do that if I want, right? Then I don't really have to take anything up there except my hammer, the staples, my light, the wires. And don't kid yourself. If you're bringing more stuff, you got to do more stuff up there. And you got your nail bag, and oh yeah, I'll be fine. You start crawling around in there, and different things grab off of your tools on your nail bag, and they pull them right out of your bag without you knowing. Good luck finding them, especially in blow-in insulation. Or if you think, oh yeah, I know where all that stuff is. I'll be careful, and you set something down, and later on, you know, okay, I had 3 things up there. I only have 2 things. Where's the other thing? And you hope and pray that you can find it, because I've lost stuff up in the attic before. So if I'm doing a lot of work up there, I may take a bag, and put all my tools, all the wire nuts, all the you know, whatever I need up there, put it all in there, drag that along with me, and then anytime I use something, put it back in the bag. You know, so you don't lose anything up there. Okay, all right, so I'm up in the attic. I go. Now, if you've never been up in an attic before, you probably want to get a hat on, you want some goggles on, you want some gloves on, you want some maybe a mask. I happen to have a little dust mask. We'll probably put that on. Long sleeve shirt. You could put a bandana around your neck. All kinds of stuff like that, because if you've not been up there, if you're not careful, you're going to get itchy. Okay, so just protect yourself and be ready.